Does this sound familiar? You get into bed, you're finally comfortable, and you drift off to sleep, only to be woken up an hour or two later by that familiar, frustrating pressure. You make your way to the bathroom, half asleep, telling yourself you'll fall right back to sleep. But then it happens again, and maybe even again. That broken, fragmented sleep isn't just an annoyance, is it? It's a thief. It steals your energy for the next day, it robs you of mental clarity, and it can leave you feeling perpetually tired and irritable. For millions of people, especially as we get older, this isn't a rare occurrence. It's a nightly battle. What if I told you that the solution to this pervasive problem might not be in a prescription bottle, but in your kitchen pantry right now? Urologists and sleep specialists are increasingly looking at the powerful connection between specific nutrients and bladder function. And they've identified 2 common, inexpensive nuts that, when eaten in a specific way about an hour before bed, can dramatically reduce or even stop those nighttime bathroom trips. This isn't a myth or a folk remedy. It's a solution backed by the science of how our bodies work at night. So, stay with me, because in this video, we're not just going to reveal what these 2 nuts are. We're going to dive deep into the science of why they work, how they target the root causes of nighttime urination, and the exact method to use them for a full, uninterrupted night of deep, restorative sleep. This is the secret that countless seniors wish they had known sooner. Before we unveil the specific nuts, it is crucial to understand what we're up against. Why does this happen in the first place? Knowing the why will make the solution make so much more sense. Think of your bladder as a smart, sensitive balloon. During the day, it fills up and sends polite signals to your brain when it's time to be emptied. But at night, a complex symphony of hormones and nerve signals is supposed to tell it to calm down, relax, and hold on until morning. One of the star players in this symphony is a hormone called ADH, or antidiuretic hormone. Think of ADH as the nighttime gatekeeper for your kidneys. When you fall into a deep sleep, your brain releases more ADH, which tells your kidneys to produce less urine. This is your body's natural, brilliant way of ensuring you can sleep for a long, uninterrupted 7 or 8-hour stretch. However, as we age, our bodies sometimes produce less ADH at night, or our kidneys become less responsive to it. The gatekeeper isn't as effective, and the kidneys keep producing urine at a daytime rate, overwhelming the bladder. The second major issue is the bladder muscle itself, called the detrusor muscle. Sometimes this muscle can become overactive or irritated. It gets twitchy. This can be caused by inflammation, or by an imbalance of key minerals that are responsible for muscle relaxation. When this muscle is twitchy, it sends urgent, "I have to go now" signals to your brain, even when it's not actually full. It creates a false alarm that needlessly wakes you up. So, to recap, we have 2 main villains of the night: a hormonal imbalance with our gatekeeper hormone, ADH, and an overactive, twitchy bladder muscle. Therefore, a truly effective natural solution would need to do 3 things. First, it would need to help calm and relax that overactive bladder muscle. Second, it would need to support our body's natural production and regulation of sleep-related hormones, including ADH. And third, it would need to provide key nutrients that combat underlying inflammation. This is precisely where our first nut comes into the picture. It is a true superstar when it comes to muscle relaxation and sleep quality. The first nut is the almond. Now, before you say, "I eat almonds all the time," the magic is in the timing and the combination, which we'll get to. But let's first explore why almonds are so powerful for this specific issue. Almonds are one of the world's best natural sources of a critical mineral, magnesium. You may have heard of magnesium for heart health or bone density, but it is absolutely essential for muscle function. Remember that twitchy bladder muscle we talked about? Magnesium is nature's muscle relaxant. It works at a cellular level to counteract the effects of calcium, which causes muscles to contract. When you have sufficient magnesium, your muscles, including the detrusor muscle of your bladder, are able to fully relax and rest. Many people are unknowingly deficient in magnesium, leading to cramps and muscle spasms. An overactive bladder is in many ways a type of internal muscle spasm. Eating a small controlled portion of almonds before bed provides your body with a direct dose of this calming mineral, telling your bladder it's time to relax, not to spasm. But the power of the almond doesn't stop there. It also helps with the hormonal side of the equation. Almonds contain a good amount of an amino acid called tryptophan. Your brain uses tryptophan to create serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter responsible for feelings of well-being and relaxation. As evening progresses, your body then converts that serotonin into melatonin, the primary hormone of sleep. By providing the raw building blocks for melatonin, almonds help regulate your sleep-wake cycle. A deeper, more quality sleep cycle is directly linked to a more stable and effective release of that all-important Gatekeeper hormone, ADH. So the almond is delivering a 1-2 punch. Its magnesium is directly relaxing the bladder muscle, while its tryptophan is supporting the hormonal cascade that leads to deep sleep and less urine production. It's an incredibly elegant, natural solution. Now, as powerful as almonds are, they are part of a duo. They are the muscle-relaxing, sleep-supporting powerhouse. But to create a truly comprehensive solution, they need a partner that specializes in fighting the other villain we mentioned, inflammation. This is where our second nut comes in. And the synergy between the two is what makes this so profoundly effective. The second nut is the walnut. Walnuts have a unique and potent nutritional profile that makes them the perfect complement to almonds. Their standout feature is their incredibly high concentration of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically one called alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. You've likely heard about omega-3s for brain and heart health, but their most powerful role in the body is as an anti-inflammatory agent. Chronic, low-grade inflammation can make tissues throughout the body more sensitive and reactive, and the bladder lining is no exception. Inflammation can contribute to that twitchy, overactive feeling. The potent anti-inflammatory compounds in walnuts help to soothe this irritation, making the bladder less likely to send those false alarm signals during the night. But the walnut has another secret weapon, and it's a big one. Walnuts are one of the best food sources of melatonin itself. While almonds provide the building blocks for melatonin, walnuts deliver the finished product directly. This provides an even greater boost to your body's sleep regulation system, reinforcing a healthy sleep cycle and promoting the proper, timed release of the ADH hormone that keeps urine production low at night. So now, let's put the whole picture together. You have the almond, providing the magnesium to physically relax the bladder muscle and the tryptophan to initiate the sleep hormone process. And you have the walnut, providing the anti-inflammatory omega-3s to soothe the bladder lining and a direct source of melatonin to solidify your sleep cycle. One nut calms the muscle, the other calms the inflammation. Both work together to support the hormones that grant you a long, uninterrupted night of sleep. This isn't just a random pairing. It's a strategic, synergistic combination that addresses the multiple root causes of nighttime urination. Now, for the most important part, the exact method. How do you do this correctly to get the results you want? The protocol recommended by many urologists and nutritionists is simple. 1 hour before you intend to go to sleep, you will eat a small, specific portion of these 2 nuts. The ideal portion is about 6 to 8 almonds and 2 to 3 whole walnuts. You don't need a huge bowl. It's about a small medicinal dose. This gives your body enough time to digest them and for the minerals and compounds to enter your bloodstream and begin their work by the time you're settling into bed. It is best to use raw, unsalted nuts. Roasted nuts can sometimes have their delicate fats damaged by high heat, and salted nuts can make you thirsty and actually increase fluid retention and urination, which would be counterproductive. So, raw and unsalted is the gold standard. Chew them well. Digestion begins in the mouth, and chewing them thoroughly will make the nutrients more bioavailable and easier for your body to absorb and utilize. You can have them with a very small sip of water, but avoid drinking a large glass of fluid, as we are trying to prepare the body for a dry night. Consistency is key. While some people report a difference in the very first night, for others, It may take a week or two for the cumulative effects of the magnesium and omega-3s to build up in their system and exert their full calming effect. Make this a non-negotiable part of your nightly wind-down routine. Oh, to recap the entire strategy, the nightly frustration of waking up to urinate is often caused by an overactive bladder muscle and a disruption in the hormones that control nighttime urine production. The solution is a powerful, synergistic duo: the magnesium-rich almond to relax the bladder muscle and support sleep hormones, and the omega-3-rich walnut to reduce bladder inflammation and provide a direct source of melatonin. By eating a small portion of 6 to 8 almonds and 2 to 3 walnuts, raw and unsalted, 1 hour before bed, you provide your body with the exact tools it needs to secure a full night of deep, uninterrupted sleep. This is a simple, safe, and profoundly effective strategy that empowers you to take back control of your nights. I'd love to hear from you. What is your biggest challenge when it comes to getting a full night's sleep? Share your experience in the comments below. Your journey could help someone else feel less alone. And if you found this information valuable, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more science-backed secrets to aging with health and vitality. Thank you for watching, and here's to a peaceful night's sleep.